Welcome to Desai Academy of class 8th, chapter number 1, crop production and management. In a previous video we discussed that agricultural tools. There are three types of agricultural tools are there. So that is, one is what, plough, another one is hoe, another third one is what, cultivator. So we already discussed about plough and their uses also. Next we will using about what, hoe. So in a previous videos we discussed that this plough is made up of what, made up of wood material, correct? That involves a plough share, a plough shaft and a beam also. But nowadays these beams are used by the iron. So in earlier days, or in a traditionally, we are using this plough with only wood, but in nowadays modern days we are replaced with wooden by what, iron also. In indigenous, wooden plough is increasingly being replaced by what, iron ploughs nowadays. Okay, so for improvement we are using instead of wooden plough we are now using what, iron. So this entire wooden only is replaced with the iron. Remember that still some farmers are also using this wooden also and iron also. There is no difference at all, both are working same only. Next, hoe. Okay, hoe, it is a simple tool which is used for removing weeds and loosening the soil. Again, this is also a very important agricultural tools, and it is used for what, two purpose. One is to remove the weeds, means unwanted plants. Unwanted, this we don't want it. This means there is no useful for human beings, so that plant will be grown in the plant, so that should be removed. So that is called as a weeds. So it also removes the unwanted plant called as a weeds, and also loosening the soil. These used for two purpose. One is what, removing of the weeds and also loosening of the soil. For two purpose we are using a hoe. So it has a long rod of wood or iron. It is also made up of wood, or also we can use by the what, iron, by the two tools. One is wood or iron. A strong board and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its end. Okay, so this is what a hoe. This is what a hoe is there. So this is what entirely rod, iron rod, and this is called as a beam, and this is called as handle. This is called as what, by grip, and this is a bent plate. So it is what, a bent plate. So it is immersed in the soil to make what, removal of the weeds as well as the removal of what, or loosening the soil. Removal of weeds also takes place, and the loosening of the soil is done by this bent plate. Okay, this is the use of bent plate. And for the grip purpose you have to hold it, and this is the handle, and this is a beam, and this is entirely made up of what, a rod, or sometime it is made up of what, wood also. Okay, works like a blade, and it will pulled by the animals. Okay, so this blade will be worked like bending to remove the weeds as well as the loosening the soil. And so it is pulled by this will be put on the what, neck of the bull, so it is easily pulled by the bulls. This is simple as a plough is pulled by the bulls like this. That also have to place like on their necks of the bulls. So it will be pulled, means the soil will be loosened, and what, the weeds will be removed. Next, cultivator. Next will comes here, cultivator, right? Cultivator. Next tools is cultivator. Nowadays ploughing is done by tractor driven by cultivator. Okay, this is called as a cultivator, this is called as a tractor. Nowadays the farming is becomes modernized, so we are using scientific method, modern day technology to improve the yield as well as to save the time. For that we are using some modern day technology, and we are leaving behind of a traditional tools like plough. So instead of plough we are using what, by cultivator, right? The use of cultivator saves the labor as well the time. Okay, the plough is doing same thing and cultivator is also doing same thing, but 1 acre is a what loosen the soil by 1 day or a 2 day, and it will require the time as well as the labor. But that same area of 1 acre is done by this using cultivator within 1 hour or 2 hour. It will saves the time as well as the labor work. So that is why nowadays all farmers are using this cultivator, because of it will saves the labor work as well as the time. So why are using a cultivator in a modern farming means we can write for two reasons, by using by saving the labor as well as the time. For that we are using which type of method, cultivator method. There is a very important point. Next, another after the agricultural tools, these agricultural tools are used before the sowing. After before the sowing, so after these all are done means after that we are doing sowing the seeds in a land, so that will grow and that will produce that will give or produce a higher yield, and they will sell it in the market. The farmer will get money for that. So that is what sowing means what, all seeds are sowed in the soil. That is called as a sowing process. Sowing is an important part of crop production, correct? Sowing is an important part of crop production. Before sowing, so before sowing you have to take a good quality of good quality, clean and healthy seed of a good variety. Selected farmers prefer to use seeds which give height. Okay, so before sowing you have to take seeds, so that seeds are selected in a appropriate manner, in a correctful manner. The seed must be good quality and they should be clean and healthy. So they must contain good quality of proteins and nutrients present in them, and they also should be clean. They does not have any diseases in them, and so that quality of seeds we are selected in the field means they can give high yields. So after tilling or ploughing the field, the farmer will sow the seed, and before that sowing the seeds they will select seeds which are having a good, they must have good quality and they have clean and healthy, so they also must give higher yield. So on these three factors they will purchase the seeds. Okay, next will comes here selection of seeds. How they'll actually select their seeds. Okay, this is called as what, a sowing method. So this is by using what, this is what, this is wooden plough. So this is a funnel. In that funnel these farmers are in the, this is what, a funnel. It is attached to this wooden log, and the farmers will add the seeds in the funnel, and this will goes to the downside of that funnel, and it will sowed in the soil. And the while bulls are moving, this wooden log also moves forward, and the seeds are dropped is continuously, so they will go inside the soil after several days. So the plant will grow and the farmer will get their yields. So this is called as a sowing method. So are there seeds which float on water? Next question comes here. How we can select the good quality of seeds, or how we can decide, or how we can say that which is this is the good seed, right? This is the good seed, or A is the good seed and B is the bad seed. How, on which basis we can say that it's a good seed or a bad seed, right? Would those be lighter or heavier than those which sink? Okay, so after that if seeds are sink or float on a water, if seeds which seeds sink, which seed sink, or which seed float, right? Which seed sink or which seed float. Sink means what, they will immersed in the water. The float means they will becomes outer surface, they will place on the outer surface of water. Which seeds will be which seed will be sinked in the water, which seed will be float on the water. And what that meaning means, damaged seeds become hollow and are thus lighter, therefore they will float on a water. Remember that. So and how we can decide the good seed or a bad seed means, the seeds which are damaged and become hollow. Hollow means empty. The seeds becomes damaged means they become hollow. Hollow inside that is what, empty, and they become very lighter, so means there is no weight and they will float on the water, means they will not sink. They will not sink on the water, but they will present on the, so this is the water is there means, if you are added in the container of several kinds of seed means, the seeds which are floating on the surface, these are called as what, bad seeds, or it is not a good quality of seeds, because they are having a damaged and they are having empty seeds in it. And which seeds are sinked in the container, so they are called as what, good seeds, because they having all kind of nutrients in it and they are what, healthy, so they will be sinked. Means good seeds are always sinks, and a bad quality of seeds always become what, float. So this is the way they will decide the good quality of seed and bad quality of seeds. This is a good method for separating good healthy seeds from damaged ones. By this method they will easily separating a good quality of seeds and bad quality of seeds. Before sowing, one of the important tasks is to know about the tools used for sowing. Okay, the variety of tools are there uh, to sow the land. So there are traditional tools also is there, the modern technology also is there. So for that we will continue in the next class. Okay, thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Want a remaining video of this chapter means, stick with my channel, and so also want you have to listen, see this chapter remaining videos of this means, stick to the channel. Thank you.